It is 5:35. Let's go ahead and get started. So, how are people feeling today?
Tired.
I know Ian's tight and tired. How's everyone else doing? It's another Wednesday. All right. So
I have some weird something going on with my feet. Like, I don't know. They're like achy and the arches hurt and I don't know what it is.
well, on the
Weather.
today's
I'm in LA. It's sunny as shit down here.
Oh my God! I can see where you are right now, man.
man, LA's
Always sunny down
But
here.
on the positive, today's workout is going to be pretty much all upper body. So
Okay.
you can potentially do this all seated if standing is unbearable on your feet.
Okay.
Also, if you start moving around a bit, things might start to feel better as well. So kind of gauge how you're feeling.
Yeah.
If this doesn't feel good, do anything standing, do it in seated.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Good. So does anyone else have any aches or sorenesses I should be aware of? Yeah.
Yeah, my back right here on the shoulder muscles hurt a lot because I did the rowing yesterday. So
Okay, so you might be a little bit sore from that. So take it easy at first. As we get through this, your back might actually start to feel better. And then you can be gentle. Listen to your body. If anything doesn't feel good, just tone it down a little bit because we're going to do some more rowing today. So play around with it, but don't crank on it, okay?
okay.
All right, good. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing our typical workout where we warm up, practice our 5 movement patterns. Today's 5 movement patterns are the single arm side raise. So you're going to need a light to moderate weight for that. We're going to do single arm row. So Pavel, take it a little bit easy with those at first. And then if you feel good, then you can ramp it up. If not, just keep it easy. We're going to do some single arm overhead presses with a backpack or whatever weights you got. We're going to do some side bends, so some unilateral core work. And then we're going to be finishing with some high pulls to strengthen your upper back and your traps muscles. So, do we have any questions before we get started? All right, let's get to it. If you're going to be working out primarily in standing, start in standing. If you're going to be working out primarily in seated, start in seated. And let's get to it.
Wake up.
Oh, I need to make sure I mute you guys. That's important. All right, mute. So let's start in whatever position you're going to be working out. And let's work on some easy belly breaths here. As you inhale, think about expanding your whole belly, not just forward, but also to the sides, maybe even to the back. And then exhale, belly lowers. And it might be helpful to put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Inhale. Your belly should rise before your chest does. And exhale, it all collapses. Inhale. Belly rises before the chest and expands in all directions. Exhale. Collapses down. Continue with this easy belly breathing. I want you to get a sense for what this feels like. We're going to come back to this during all of our rest breaks. It's going to be really important that you try to maintain a steady breath throughout the workout. So let's first dial in this belly breath. Really important too, if you're working in a setting where you're wearing a mask all day long, like I do, belly breathing saves my neck. Because if I don't belly breathe while wearing a mask, my neck gets really tight really fast. Because you have accessory breathing muscles in your neck that do help you breathe, but really it should be your diaphragm, which is located on the top side of your belly. That should be helping you breathe. All right, so now that you got that dialed in, let's work on some easy side bends in your neck. Gentle stretching of the sides, going from one side to the other, trying to touch your ear to your shoulder. But if your ear doesn't touch your shoulder, that's okay. Mine doesn't. Actually, if your ear does touch your shoulder, that's kind of freakishly a large range of motion. Good. Easy movement. And let's go into some shoulder rolls, working on rolling your shoulders up the front towards your ears And then roll your shoulders to the back, slide your shoulders down, your shoulder blades down your rib cage. Roll your shoulders to the front, bring them up towards your ears, roll them to the back, slide your shoulders down the ribs. And while you're doing this, make sure you maintain that belly breath that we were just working on. Good. Now let's reverse that shoulder roll. You're going to bring your shoulders back behind you. Squeeze your shoulders together, then slide your shoulders up towards your ear. And then roll your shoulders to the front and drop them down the front of your body. Bring them back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, slide your shoulder blades up towards your ears, and then roll them to the front and down. Continue with that circular motion. Continue with that easy belly breath that we were just going over. Good, one more. All right, let's do some arm circles. Bring your arms up to the front, reaching as far and wide as you can, splay your fingers. Whatever range of motion you have available to you. So if you can get your arms all the way up overhead, take up that space, bring your arms out to the side wide, down by your side, do that. But if you only have limited range of motion and you can only bring your arms maybe part the way up, that's okay too. Work whatever range of motion you have available to you. So now we're gonna add to this. If you're in standing, you're gonna add a squat. So as you squat down, your arms are low. As you stand up, your arms come up overhead. Take up that space wide. As your arms come back down, you squat down. Big circles. Take up the space in your room. Don't hit anyone or anything next to you. If you're in seated, we're going to perform a hip hinge as your arms are down, so you're leaning forward in the chair. And then rise up out of the hip hinge as you bring your arms overhead. Big arcing motions. Continue with that smooth, controlled breath. Now, let's reverse those arm circles, going the other way. As your arms come down, you either squat or hinge down. As you come up, your arms come up the sides, wide, and then overhead. Continue on with that circular pattern. Take up as much space as possible. Splay your fingers really wide. Open up the palms of your hand. Couple more. Good. All right. Next, we're going to go into some side reaches. You're going to get into a little crouch. You're squatting or leaning forward in your chair, arms in front, and then you're going to extend upward, reach your arms overhead, out to the side, stretching the top ribs. Come back to the middle and alternate sides. Coming down into the crouch and then reach out to the side. Coming down into the crouch, reach out to the side. Standing or seated, you're in a crouch and come out to the side. Open up. If you're in seated, this might challenge your balance a little bit. Just don't fall out of your chair. Work on trying to move as far as you can, activating your core. Keep it going. Keep breathing. All right, keep moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're gonna go into some jumping jacks. Hopping in place, feet come apart and together as you hop. Your arms are swinging up overhead and then back down by your sides. If the hopping doesn't feel good, simply don't hop. Stand in place and bring your arms up overhead and quickly back down by your sides. Seated, same thing. Bring your arms up overhead and quickly back down by your sides. Keep up with that steady motion. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next is going to be split jacks. Arms are coming forward and back in the horizontal plane here. Arms are crisscrossing over each other, alternating the top arm. If you're doing this in standing and you're adding the hop, your feet are hopping between a split stance. So one foot in front of the other, and then you switch as you hop. Again, if the hopping part doesn't feel good, you can simply do the back slappers, alternate the top arm, hugging yourself, and bring your arms out wide. Same thing in seated. Good. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. We should be fairly warmed up now. You might notice your heart rate's beating a little bit faster. All right. Feeling good? All right, let's move. Let's get ready for the workout. Our practice round. First thing on the agenda here is the single arm side raises. So for this one, you're gonna need a light to moderate weight. So here, I'm gonna pull out the textbook from my backpack, and we're simply gonna be in standing. Oh, let me adjust the camera here. We're gonna be in standing up tall, raise that weight out to the side and back down. Make sure that as you raise that weight up, we're going straight to the side. Avoid starting to veer to the front or to the back. No one really does this one, but just in case, making sure you go straight to the side. Keep your chest wide. Pick a weight that feels good to you to do for about 30 seconds. Make sure you test out both sides. If one arm is stronger than the other, make sure you accommodate for that. If you need to lighten the load or get rid of the load from one side, do that. We're going to be switching at 30 seconds here. Seated athletes are going to be doing much the same. Now, for our standing athletes who feel like they might need a little bit more challenge with this, stand on one foot as you perform this lateral raise, and that will start to challenge your balance some more. All right? Any questions on the lateral raises? We good? All right, let's keep moving. We're gonna give you guys bowling ball shoulders today. So single arm rows are next. So for this one, you're gonna take your backpack or whatever relatively heavy weights that you're using. For our standing athletes, we're gonna go into a split stance. Make sure that if you're using a backpack, you've tightened up all the straps here, so that there's minimal play in the backpack and you can work through a larger range of motion. You're gonna go into your split stance. Back is flat the entire time, hinging forward, maintaining this position. And then from here, you pull your weight to your hip. Get a nice squeeze in your upper back, maintaining this flatness here in your spine. Think about having a wide chest. Make sure that you are in control of the weight. You are pulling the weight does not pull you. Test out both sides. Seated athletes, you're going to do much the same. You're going to hinge forward in your chair, and then from here, pull that weight to your hip. Get that squeeze in the back of your shoulder and your upper back. Just like so. Lean forward. As you hinge forward, the further you hinge forward, the more challenging this is going to be. The more upright you are, the easier it'll be. So that's how you can gauge the difficulty as well. Good. Any questions on the single arm row? All right, we'll be switching at 30 seconds on that one. Next one, the single arm overhead press. Yeah, we're doing some classic ones here. So if you feel like I've done this exercise already 100 times in your classes, that's okay. Add more weight, make it harder. We're gonna go into a single arm overhead press, front rack position, elbow points in front, and from here, push that weight over your head, lower it down under control, and maintain that continuous pressing motion for 30 seconds here. Seated athletes can do much the same, and just find the weight that feels most appropriate for you. Again, if you have one side that's stronger than the other, make sure you accommodate for that. Make sure that you're using a weight that's appropriate for your weaker side. All right. Any questions on the single arm overhead press? We good? All right, next thing, side bends. A little core work for you guys. For the side bends and standing, we're simply gonna be up tall, and then you're gonna bend to the side that you're holding your weights. Keep everything upright as best as you can, and then pull that weight back up and down. You can start with your arms by your side. To make it a little bit harder, you can reach your arm over your head, and that's gonna force you to engage the obliques On the side opposite your back, even harder. So key thing here is that we're going straight to the side. Again, avoid flexing to the front, hinging forward, or hyperextending to the back. Go straight down the side. The other thing that you can do to make this harder, keep the weight off of your leg or the side of your chair. The further out it is, the harder it's going to be to control this. The closer it is to your body, the easier it will be to control. So another way that you can modify the difficulty here. For a seated athlete, you're in the chair, what we're going to do is do a little side race and then back down. You can use your hand as an assist on the other side of your chair if you need. Then you can make it harder by letting go of your chair. And then you can make it even harder by keeping one arm overhead as you reach up. All right, good. Any questions on the side bends? Are we good? We have a question?
So my full leg prosthesis prevents me from being able to bend on my left.
Mm-hmm.
Is bending forward an okay modification, or is there a better one?
So you can't side bend at all to that side?
Well, not really. I mean, it's like, I don't know, you can't see, but like maybe just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have a barrier in the way. The other thing that you could do, are you doing these in standing or sitting?
Standing.
Standing. So you have a prosthesis on your left side.
Yeah.
That's preventing you from side bending to your left?
Yeah.
Okay. So so that's when we're trying to work this side. What you can do to work your right side, hold your weights. Yeah. Hold your weights a little bit to the side. And then from there, just work on side bending to the right. And then, so keep your arms elevated. So keep your left arm elevated. You're gonna side bend to your right. That's gonna engage your right side. And then when you side bend to your left, you're gonna keep your arm down. You're gonna side bend down and then come up. That's gonna work your left side. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I kind of, so, I mean, because I can't side bend that far to my left, so you're just saying as much as I can, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is you're always going to be bending to your right, but you're going to change what muscle groups are getting emphasized when you side bend to your right. So when you have the weight in your right hand and you bend to the right, as you come up, you're using your left obliques. When you have the weight in your left hand and you crunch down on the right, you're now using the obliques on your right side.
Okay, so just switch the hand I have the weight in, but bend to the right always.
Yeah. Now you can try to bend a little bit to the left, do whatever you can, but by changing what you're emphasizing, that's how you can change what side of your core gets used.
Okay, thanks.
All right, good. And let me know how that works out. If not, we can give you another substitution.
Okay, thanks.
All right, good. Last thing to go over is the high pull. All right, high pulls. Take your backpack, take your weights. Oh, let me put this on the larger screen. You're gonna grab your weights. So I have a backpack, I'm grabbing it by the straps, and I'm in a little bit of a squat position. And I'm gonna pop my hips up, bring the backpack up to my chin, and then back down. Engaging my upper back. Trying to pull with my elbows up high. And the entire time I'm keeping a flat back, I'm pulling straight up, wide chest. So that's for the standing athletes. For seated athletes, much the same. You're hinging forward, pop the weight up to your chin, and then back down. Pop the weight up to your chin, back down. From the side view, you're gonna hinge forward as your bag is on the bottom, and then pop up as your arms, as you bring up weight up to your chin. Good. One thing that you can do to make this a little bit more effective in engaging your upper back is to pause for a full second at the top. That way you know that you really control that weight as opposed to just flinging it up and down. All right, any questions? All right, let's get to it. Let's get to our workout. Let's get in position. Grab your lighter to moderate weights for those single arm side raises. I'm gonna grab my stopwatch and let's get to it. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Raise your arm up to one side and then lower down. Make sure you keep your chest up, keep your chest wide. Continuous motion here, broad chest still. Good, even motion. Raising straight up. Working this standing or seated. If you're standing and you feel like you want to challenge your balance, stand on one leg as you do this. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Lift up, stay up tall. We're working on engaging the muscles around your shoulder and a little bit in your upper back. By forcing your chest to be wide, we're going to better engage stability muscles in your upper back and the back of your shoulder. Keep your shoulder blade moving really well. Keep going. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Single arm rows are next. So standing athletes take that split stance and then pull that weight to your hip. Seated athletes hinge forward and pull that weight to your hip. Once you're in position, start pulling. Get that squeeze. Pull the weight all the way up. All right, keep it moving. Keep a solid engagement in your upper back. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Hinging forward and pull to your hip. Keep going. Maintain a nice steady rhythm. And you remember that breathing we talked about earlier. Nice steady breath work. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep pulling to your hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to a single arm overhead press. Once you're in that front rack position, push that weight up over your head. Try to keep your elbow pointed forward here the entire time. Keep breathing, keep pressing. Stay as upright as possible. As you get tired, you might start to lean over away from your weight to try to leverage yourself underneath the weight. Switch sides. When you do that, it's not necessarily wrong, but we want to work on making your shoulders really strong. When you bring yourself underneath the weight, you are now using leverage, momentum, and body positioning, stacking of your joints to accomplish the movement. This is something that they do in Olympic lifts. So it's not wrong, it's just not what we're trying to do. We want you to go straight up and down, using your muscles to do all the work. 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the side bends. If you're in seated, you're pulling that weight over to the side, off the ground. Maybe giving yourself a little bit of hand assist, or raising your arm up and engaging. Good. If you're in standing, you're sliding the weight down and back up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right. And keep going. Keep breathing, keep bending. Good. So for Rachel, what you're going to be doing is you're not going to be bending down when you go to your left side. You're just going to be bending over to the right, which is going to engage the right side of your obliques. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch over to the high pulls. Go into a hip hinge position, pop that weight up high to your chin, and then back down. See if you get it to pause for a second at the top. Make sure that you really control that movement. Get that little pause, and back down. Avoid just using momentum and just flinging the weight around. That also has its purpose, but not what we're trying to do right now. Keep going. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Keep it up. Keep going. Almost there. We got 15 seconds left. I hope my phone has enough battery to make it through this workout. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Take a 1-minute breather. Catch your breath. Remember that belly breathing that we went over in the warm-up? Come back to that. Slow down your breathing. All right. How are we feeling? I see thumbs up. I got an eyebrow raised at me. Good. All right. Ian, how are you feeling after one round?
I don't know. This weather is crazy. I'm still kind of tired.
Okay, well, just do what you can. Don't force it, but try to get in some movement. It'll definitely be good for you. All right. And Rachel, how are those side bend variations?
I think good if I was doing it right. I mean, I was just switching hands, but always bending to the right. Okay. Yeah, I think that worked okay.
And you felt both sides doing work?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll work. Now, there are other things that we could potentially do with that, but for the purposes of training right and left obliques, that's how we can get around it right now.
Okay. And your knee is not supposed to bend, though, when you're doing that at all?
You have a slight bend in your knee. I don't really fuss over that detail.
Okay.
Okay, so we are overtime on our break. Grab your weights. Let's get started on round 2. All right. Grab your weights. Get ready for those single arm lateral raises. Get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Raise that weight up to the side. Nice steady movement. Work on precision with this movement. You want to be under complete control the entire time. Raising the weight up to the side and then back down. Smooth, controlled movement. Wide chest. Working on developing good, strong shoulders, healthy shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Bring that weight up to the side. Working on keeping that chest wide. Get a nice little squeeze in your upper back. Good movement. Good, almost there. We got 10 seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your single arm row. Seated athletes hinge forward, pull to your hip. Standing athletes. Split stance, hinge forward, pull to your hip. And once you're in position, go. Pull. Keep your chest up or chest wide. And the further you hinge forward, the more you have to work against gravity. Which, if you can handle it, do it. If it makes you fall over, don't do it. Keep going. Keep moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And let's go. Keep pulling. Make sure that you stay wide in your chest. Stay level. Make sure that you're not tilting or twisting as you pull the weight. Make sure that you control the weight does not control you. There you go. You're going to become really good at opening doors. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to a single arm overhead press and push up overhead and back down. Keep your elbow in front as best as you can. Work on good steady motion. There you go. Stay upright as best you can, which will force your core to engage. Good postural support. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And go. Get that press on. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Steady rhythm. Keep going. Almost there. Good, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All Transition to the side bends. Keep going, working on hinging over from one side to the other. All right, I see some people opting for the harder versions of these. That's awesome, makes me very happy. Hinging over, making your core work just a little bit harder. And if you're really crazy, stand on one leg and do this. Ugh. That might not be for everybody though. Ugh. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And let's move. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep up a steady rhythm here. Nice, steady motion. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. High pulls. Get into your hinge or your squat. Pop that way up to your chin. Pause for a second and bring it back down. Get that squeeze at the top and back down. You should feel this in your upper back, kind of where your shoulder transitions to your neck. And it shouldn't necessarily feel like something's grabbing in your neck. It should feel like just muscles are working. They're doing their job. Keep going. Keep breathing. Good, consistent motion. Whatever you do, do not drop your weight on your foot. I did that last week. It hurt. Keep going. We got less than 15 seconds left. Woo. Keep up that steady breath. Get your upper back engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, take another rest break. Focus in on your easy breathing. All right. How's it going? Good. Get some water, hydrate. Slow down your breathing. Good. I see thumbs up. I like it. So keep up the steady work. Make sure we're slowing our breath down, getting under control. Let's get ready for round 3. Grab your weights, your lighter to moderate weights, and let's get started. Ready for those side shoulder raises. Right. Boulder shoulders, here we go. Get started in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move. Stay up tall. Steady movement. Maybe stand on one leg if you have the balance for it. If not, no worries. That's just for fun. Keep going. Keep your chest wide, lifting straight out to the side. 10 seconds. I'm feeling some burn here. You might be too. Focus on good form. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. No. All right, let's go. Consistent movement. Let's keep going. Focus on good form now. We're getting to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds. As you start to fatigue, you might notice some compensations in your movement. What I want you to do is to slow things down, maybe lighten your load, take a little rest break, and then get back into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to your single arm rows. Grab your heavier weights and let's pull. Standing athletes in that split stance, seated athletes in your hip hinge in the chair. Pull that weight to your hip and make sure you're really emphasizing pulling to your hip. Getting that elbow way back will help to better engage the muscles between your shoulder blade and your spine, which are very important for controlling the positioning of your shoulder blade on your rib cage. Switch sides. Keep going. Rip it and rip it. Get that elbow back. Get that squeeze. Keep breathing. Consistent movement's key. All right, we're almost there. 10 seconds left on this one. Keep up that breath. 3, 2, 1. Done. Single arm overhead presses. Come into your front rack. Push your weight over your head. Lower back down under control, keeping your torso as vertical as possible. There we go. Keep moving. Keep breathing. There we go. I see some people with their hands on their hips or on their laps. One thing you can do to add to the challenge is to keep the other arm lifted off of your body. When you brace your arm against your hip or your thigh, you're adding an external support, which helps you comes to move better. All right, switch sides. Got a little carried away there. Sorry, talking about stability. Keep going. Keep breathing. Good movement here. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep breathing. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your side bends. Bending over to one side and then back up. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Good, consistent motion. Keep your chest up here. You might notice that your chest wants to collapse forward, especially as you get tired. Make sure you keep it wide. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right, hinge over to the other side. Keep going. Broad chest. Proud postures are strong postures. Keep going. Clean movements. Keep up your steady breathing. Avoid holding your breath. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. High pulls. Lean forward, pop the way to your chin, hold 1 second, and back down. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Let's go. Let's move. Get that squeeze. Keep it up. Keep moving. Almost there, you guys. Make sure that you're maintaining that hip hinge, getting that squeeze in your upper back. Good. 15 seconds left. Almost there. If you need to pause, take a little bit. Do that.
Good place, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take another rest break. Woo!
All right.
All right.
You're good. I really enjoyed these.
Good. Let's keep it up. Keep up the good efforts. Now, in rounds 4 and 5, remember, I mention this every time. You might start to get tired. Make sure that you are listening to your body. If things feel good, let it rip. Go hard. If things feel a little bit achy, a little bit sore, or maybe just they feel weird, slow it down a little bit. Make sure you're moving really well. Either lighten your load or take a short rest break. Calm your breath. And then get right back into it. So, with that said, we have about 10 seconds left of this break. So, let's go ahead and grab your weights and let's get started on round 4. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Work on those lateral raises. Bring the arms straight up to the side. Ooh, I see some people dual wielding. Nice. That's going to be extra work. Keep going. Keep breathing. Good, consistent motion. Raise your arms up. Now, for this one in particular, if you notice that your shoulders are starting to burn out a little bit, that's okay. You can drop the weight completely and just work on raising your arms to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Keep going. Keep up a steady work rate here. Make sure you move really cleanly. Healthy shoulders make for healthy people. I know, because when my shoulders aren't healthy, they hurt like hell. Keep going. Keep breathing. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, switch to your single arm rows. All right, and then again, position. Hinge forward in the chair. Split stance, leaning forward. Pull your weight to your hip. Let's work on engaging your upper back. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep trying to pull your elbow as far behind you as you can. That's going to really emphasize those lower traps, mid traps, rhomboids. Switch sides. All right, and get right back into it. Let's move. Like I said, if you're starting to feel like things are moving a little bit weird, slow it down, lighten your weight, but keep moving. Keep up a steady breath. Good, 10 seconds left. Keep going. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to single arm overhead presses and push that weight overhead. Keep your elbow forward. There you go. I see some good modifications going on right now. Good job listening to your bodies. Keep going. Keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and continue on. Make sure that you're still working through a full range of motion. If you've dropped your weight, make sure you're like reaching as high as you can to the ceiling. I imagine most people are indoors when they're taking this class, so I shouldn't say the sky. Keep going, keep breathing, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to side bends. Pulling that weight up and down on the side. Work on engaging your obliques. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep up that work. Good. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and move. Let's go. Keep up that steady work. Keep going. Keep breathing. Like I said, if you need to take a little breather, that's totally fine. If you need to slow it down, that's fine too. Make sure though you're still moving really well. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to high pulls. Pop that weight up. Pause at the top for a second, and then back down. Bring the weight up and back down. Keep that squeeze in your upper back. If you start noticing that your neck is really tightening up on you here, this is a time to lighten your load. So if that's the case, maybe take a book out of your backpack or use a lighter weight. If it feels good though, keep moving. Keep going. We got less than 30 seconds left of this. Keep up a steady work rate. Good. Almost there. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take another rest break. Oh boy. So, last rest break here. Get some water. Slow down your breathing. All right. Ooh, I'm getting sweat dropping down in my eyes. Ugh. Disgusting. All right. How are we doing?
Good.
We ready to go into our 5th round here?
Yeah.
Round 5. All right. And don't worry, Ian, you are excused from all your Mortal Kombat duties. All right. So, continue with your easy breathing. Okay, one more swig of water.
Finish them.
Oh, he comes through anyways. All right.
Well, I kind of woke up. I'm awake now.
I told you you'd wake up the more you moved.
It was the no. It was the 5th round that got me.
Okay, it's the Mortal Kombat that got you. All right, let's get started in 10 seconds here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Let's work those single arm side raises. All right. Work broad chests. Easy control, well, maybe not easy, but controlled movement is the key. Keep moving. Keep breathing. All righty. Let's keep working on that controlled movement. Oh, watch me drop all this stuff on my foot. Good. All right. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Work on the broad chest. Work on that belly breath too. As you get tired, you're going to start to want to breathe more with your chest and with your neck. Make yourself breathe with your belly. Might help to put your hand on your belly as you're doing this. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to single arm rows. All righty. And split stance, hinge forward, and pull to your hip. One more round. Let's get this done. Keep pulling. Keep moving. If you need to lighten your loads, that's totally fine. If you need to drop your loads completely and just pull your hand to your hip, that's okay too. Turn into a stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right, let's move. We're almost there. Broad chest here. Avoid collapsing in the front. Keep yourself wide and proud in the front. Let's move. Oops, my backpack's coming open. Let's go. Keep moving. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to single arm overhead presses. Let's go. Let's move. Elbows in front. Good clean presses over your head. Like I said before, if you need to lighten your load or get rid of the load altogether, that's totally fine. If you're getting rid of the load, just work on stretching, reaching up overhead as far as you can. Open it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Let's move. Keep breathing. Good, steady rhythm. Good, steady movement. And good, steady breathing. All right, keep it up, you guys. We've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your side bends. Let's go. Let's move. Keep going. Work consistent movement here. All right, keep breathing. Maybe put your hand on your belly as you're doing this. Give yourself that tactile cue to remember to breathe with your belly. Make sure your belly is rising and falling as you're working your obliques. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides and continue on. Work on that belly breathing. Try to keep the weight off your side. That's going to make it a bit more challenging. Keep going. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. High pulls. Last exercise. Let's move. Let's get these reps in. Keep going. Keep breathing. Get that pause. 1 second at the top. I know I get a little bit excited sometimes and I just want to rip through reps. Get that pause. Own the movement at the top. Pause 1 second, back down. Up, pause, back down. Work that control. If you cannot maintain that control, lighten your load or slow yourself down. Make sure you move well, you control the movement. Keep going. Keep breathing. Good. 10 seconds left. Keep moving. Let's get a few more reps in. Get those shoulders in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Good job, you guys. Very good, very good, very good. All right. Who had fun today? Awesome. Good job, you guys. I'm glad you guys made it out for another Wednesday workout. These are good. I'm gonna miss you guys while I'm away backpacking. I promise I'll only wrestle 2 bears while I'm gone. Coming back are significantly higher. But yeah, so while I'm gone, it'd be, for those of you who have been working out with me for a long time now, it might be good to take a rest week. By rest week, I mean relative rest. Don't sit on your couch and do nothing. But maybe light exercise, enough to break a sweat, get your heart rate up. It'll be good for your body to get a little bit of a reset. And then when we get back into it, working hard again, you can get even more progress after that. We call that a deload week in the strength and conditioning world. But if you're feeling like you're just itching for a good workout, you can always look up the recordings from previous classes and follow along with those. Or make up something on your own. I'm totally okay. Like I tell most of my patients, I really don't care what you do, just do something. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
No.
All right. Well, you guys have an excellent evening, and I'll see you guys in a week.
You have fun.
Enjoy your backpack.
I promise to be safe.
Have a good trip.
Yeah.